Welcome to Frog Foot Holler, y'all. Alright, I'm Michael. My nephew Colton's behind the camera today. And as you see, I'm standing in front of some woods. And what I'm actually going to be doing today is getting some mulch for the garden. So we're going to be coming in here with my favorite tool in the world, a chainsaw. One of my chainsaws, and cutting stuff like this down. And leaving stuff like this. See the berries? Leaving that stuff. I'll be cutting it down, but we'll be putting it on the ground. So that way it ain't in the garden when we do the mulch. I really don't want privet in the garden. And we also have nandinas, or also known as southern bamboo. And I don't want that in the garden either. So you'll see some stuff that we throw off to the side. That stuff has berries on it, and we don't want that in the garden. So we'll be chipping up everything that can be chipped up and moving it over to the garden. And we got a little bit of work ahead of us. Y'all enjoy. So as y'all can see, there ain't no more brush right there. And you can see where I left some of the trees that I cut up. Well, it's trees, but more brush style. They ain't that big around right now. But I left them up in there some, so that way when I can come back, I'll grab something. Hopefully I can borrow somebody's tractor. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to or not. I might have to use my truck. But we're going to try to pull those stumps up. And it's a lot easier getting a chain around that than it is a stump that ain't this high. But we got a burn pile over there that's got a bunch of privet berries and just some other stuff, odds and ends, vines that I just really don't want to put in the chipper. Now look at this. All that from over there is equal to a wheelbarrow load. Do you know how much I'm going to have to fill up the garden? Good gracious. Well, like eating an elephant, one bite at a time. We're going to go over here and put this in the garden walk path, let you see what that looks like, and show you the reason why I'm doing it. Alright, so as you can see, we're in the garden now. And we're going to do the potato rows first, because that's going to be one of the first things planted. And we're going to use this mulch right here. Well, wood chips that we just used. So, all I'm going to do is get up here, start right at the end here, dump some out. And we use the rake and rake it in the path and everything to make it nice and smooth. But I want to try to do as much of the work with the wheelbarrow as possible. And if it don't make it all the way down, which I'm pretty sure it won't, it ain't really no biggie. Just means another wheelbarrow load, or two, or three. Alright, so let me go grab that rake there. Walk around the rows. Boy, the ground's really soft from all that rain we had. Alright, so all I'm going to do is just come in here and do like this. Scrape it. Try to get it even with the bed as much as possible. Now this stuff will pack down as we're walking on it. But I don't want it above the rows. I want it just slightly below it. So if I pack it, or if I rake it to where it's even with the rows, it'll be slightly below it once it's finished packing. Ooh, that's going further than I thought it was going to go. So I'll finish scraping that off. Ooh, I walked into the bed. Alright, so I think I'm a little high right here. So I'm gonna come down here. I'm just gonna shove it down like this. Well, if it'll let me, there we go. Well, I just did move that wheelbarrow far enough back, didn't I? All right, take this back over. And I gotta quit stepping in that bed. All right, so like I said, as we walk this down, it'll pack down and be nice and steady and hard and, well, somewhat hard. But the reason why I want the mulch in here is when it rains real bad, it slows the water down and it keeps the beds from washing out and it keeps the walkways from washing out. And it does something else. It supplies nutrients to the garden beds. Now this is green mulch, which means it can rob some nitrogen from the soil. But that is the reason why I'm putting it in the walk beds, is because of the fact that it will not rob the nutrients straight from the plant. So as long as I keep it away from the plant some, I'm good to go. And as you can see, or as y'all saw with my other plants, it seems to work pretty good. So me and my nephew's got to get 792 wheelbarrow loads for all this. So we got to get to hopping. So it's come that time of day. Now, what you saw was us kind of getting ready for tomorrow. We got a nice little brush pile set back there to start chipping up. This pile right here is our burn pile. It's got pretty much nothing but berries that are on the privet, a bunch of green briar vines, and man, are those woods loaded with green briar vines. I keep wanting to say blackberry bushes for some reason. I just stick with my sticker bushes. How about that? Well, they ain't bushes, they vines. But them there sticker vines are really heavy in the woods right there. So we're having to pull them out the trees as we're going along. And tomorrow I'll be cutting some more down and getting some more wood chipped up and everything, and seeing if I can't figure out an easier way to get some wood chips. But like I said, about 60 loads at the minimum to do what I'm wanting to do. That's, let's see, 180 bags worth of wood chips from the wood chipper. So that's a little bit, just a little bit. Well, it's been Michael with Frogfoot Holler, My nephew's really sad right now after hearing 180 bags, but hate to tell him, stuff's got to get done. All right, y'all have a froggy day.